It is the Riot Podcast. Good Tuesday, November 15th to you, if that's when you're listening. And if not, that's when we're recording this. So you should listen faster. Isaiah, you're filling in for Nikki today.
I am.
How do you feel about that?
I'm feeling good this morning. I woke up early, got in here early, and I'm feeling real good this morning.
And a strange turn of events. You kept things sane here while I was over here like floundering, basically.
Yeah, Hudson
I'm sick. I got a bad voice. Trying to do all the stuff that Nikki does, and I just can't do it. I can't fill her shoes.
Yeah, Nikki can keep a job for now. I mean, we missed her today pretty prevalently.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she will be back soon at some point.
Right. So we hope to have her back sooner the better so that I can go back to not doing what she does.
Yeah.
So what's in the show today?
So today we kicked off the show by talking about if you could add one non-traditional thing to Thanksgiving that you still feel like would fit and would be beneficial, what would it be?
Okay. Now, we had some good answers. I think you and I came up with some solid ideas.
Some great ideas.
We had a lot of good text responses, which, of course, we will get to in the actual show. But did you think, now you've had more time to marinate on it, you got any more ideas?
One more thing that I thought of, that because during Thanksgiving, there's like always a lot of bread, right?
Yeah,
like
plenty of carbs to go around.
Yeah, my family's we're doing Hawaiian rolls. Those are always there.
Yep.
We've got like croissants, some traditional rolls as well.
The gravy and the turkey juice.
And one thing that I think would be a valuable bread to have as one of the many options you have is maybe if you tossed in some of those Red Lobster cheddar biscuits.
I mean, listen, those are good any time of the year.
Yeah, they fit in well.
Any meal. But with Thanksgiving, I'm not going to say they don't fit in. I'm just going to say like they would only serve one purpose, and that is so you can have one more thing that's delicious to eat.
Yeah, it'd be one more roll.
Like it's not like you wouldn't combine that with other things on your plate. You know what I mean?
I think you could do mashed potatoes.
I think the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I think you could mash those too. I think they would fit well together.
Biscuit loaded mashed potatoes.
I think you could dip. You could do a dip. Or maybe just
dip it in the mashed potatoes.
You could dip it in
and gravy.
Potatoes. Yes.
They're pretty fragile though.
They are
you
pretty.
Know? So it might just break apart.
I feel like they break apart. Maybe just like the little pieces of it. I don't know. Either way, I mean, straight up, you can eat them.
Yeah, that's all you need. Okay, good answer.
Yeah, I don't know if it's your
best answer. I don't know. I think I'm happy with what I came up with.
So, and let me ask you this, based on Thanksgiving again. So for you, like I celebrate my Thanksgiving with my family, right?
Yeah.
And yet again, nobody expects anything out of me, as you guys don't hear every day as well.
I actually did want to ask you about that.
Like what kind of expectations are there for me at Thanksgiving?
I was just going to say, if your family's like, listen, you got to start pulling your weight around here. Maybe we should just talk about this on the show at the time.
We should save it for the show.
But this is something you need to think about is if your family asked you, you need to provide something, and it's not.
What am I bringing?
You can't just stop at the Aldi and pick out something from this.
What am I bringing?
Yeah, you gotta actually cook something for us.
Cook.
Yeah, start thinking about that
for Thanksgiving. Maybe I will bring something
and
to Thanksgiving.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
We'll talk about that tomorrow. Also on the show, we talked about a shower question of whether or not it's appropriate to sit while you shower.
Yeah, that was the start of the question, and I felt like that tree had a lot of branches to it.
It did branch into some
There's a lot of different ways that wound up being different conversations.
It was a couple different ones.
That each in their own way went off the rails.
It did, every single one of them.
Yeah, that's definitely skirt the line of what we should be allowed to talk about at work.
Probably, I would say, the personal information that we share.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But yeah,
so we'll just leave that for the back end.
Good show. We also, one more thing we talked about, the old Indonesian PlayBoy.
Yeah, he's a wild man.
And that's what we talked about.
And you'll find out about that. And I think we've set the table for you, and now you feast is what you do.
It was a grand show.
So we'll have Nikki back here soon enough, hopefully, and we'll catch you again next time.
See you guys.
It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
Just another one of those days, right? Nikki's not here. Isaiah's filling in. And it seems that the days that Nikki's not here are the days where we see the things that are just the most dyed-in-the-wool Nikki things.
This is a good one.
She was here to talk about. So, Isaiah, how much do you care about Nikki?
I care about Nikki a lot.
Do you care about her like $160 worth?
No.
No, not that much. Well, if we split it,
$160
if we
worth?
split it, it's 80.
160, 80 each for a Christmas gift?
Yeah, I think this
present?
is so perfect. For
That sounds
her.
like a lot.
All right, what if we get everyone around the office to chip in?
I'd throw in $20.
That would split it. That would
For a
that
Christmas
would make
gift.
it about even if we got everybody in the office.
Yeah.
I think we could collect $160 to get Nikki a life-size emotional support teddy bear. His name is Loving Bear Puffy.
We need a better name. Loving Bear Puffy?
Well, that'll be up to Nikki once she gets
she can
it,
just
I
name
guess.
him. This looks pretty wild.
This is crazy.
You see the pictures?
I'm looking at the pictures. So here's what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, it's just a big teddy bear, but that's not what it is because it's a teddy bear head and the rest of it is a stuffed animal, but it's like a human.
It is kind of like a human.
Human proportions. It has like human length arms. It even has hands so that you can wrap its arms around you.
It's kind of creepy.
And give you a hug. And what I'm seeing, if you look at all the pictures, is Loving Bear Puffy, the life-size emotional support teddy bear, dressed in a lot of human clothing.
Yeah, this one's got like a button-up and khakis on.
Yeah, that probably took some time for somebody to dress him like that. It's $160. And listen, it says, this is from the website, Puffy replaces the need for the physical presence of a person in various moments and situations of everyday life, especially during long, lonely nights.
It does. It's like a body pillow.
It's starting to feel a little less like Nikki.
It feels creepy. It's what? Guess how much it weighs?
80 pounds?
It says 70 pounds.
70 pounds.
70 pounds?
70 pounds of bear.
That's so much. Can you imagine picking up 70 pounds and like that? Like that's like heavy.
I mean, he's not going to move itself, so you're going to get a workout just by the sheer fact of you carrying around your life-size emotional support teddy bear.
Dang, that's a thick teddy bear.
Yeah, he's been hitting the gym.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, they made his biceps real big. He's got nice forearms on him. I mean, this is a jacked bear, but at the same time, this is weird.
You've seen the picture of the bear without any clothes on, and he's waving down near the bottom. It says,
oh, yeah.
characteristics. His color is milky brown. His height is 67 inches. He can wear men's clothing sizes large to extra large. Anyways.
How tall is he?
Wait, doesn't it say 7 pounds?
No, I'm seeing 70.
That's a typo. There's no way it weighs 7 pounds. It's massive.
Yeah,
right?
this one right here, if you look in the picture, it says 70 pounds.
70 pounds.
Yeah, it's for sure 70. I think this is, let alone anything else, it's heavy. That's a heavy bear. I feel like Nikki, I'm going to lean no.
You don't think she would enjoy this?
I don't know. I mean, I think that it's like a big body pillow. I think that it's a good idea outside of the creepiness factor.
Well, now you're making people feel bad.
No, I mean, if you want to get it, it's fine. I just think it's a little bit creepy.
It's for emotional support, okay?
Yeah, can't you get that from like a dog? Cat?
A dog you have to take care of, you know that.
That's true, yeah, if you don't have a dog. But I mean, I guess that's just
I don't
weird.
know, I guess you have to dress Puffy too, so you do have to take care of him in a way.
Like realistically, any body pillow is going to be just the same as this.
All right, last question.
Yeah.
You walk into somebody's house. Nikki invites you over.
Odd.
Sitting on the couch.
Is this bear?
You go, oh, hello. And they don't respond. Because it's a giant man-sized teddy bear.
Weird. Right away.
Are you leaving?
Judging.
You're walking out of Nikki's house.
I'm not going to walk out of Nikki's house, but I am judging you heavily. I'm for sure going to talk about it when I leave. Some of my friends.
We have to get this for her.
Just to make her house seem kind of creepy.
We have to do it.
Sit in her living room. Make people question.
We have to do it and see her reaction.
Oh, yeah. She'd probably be like, what the heck?
Well,
actually, she might like it. I don't know.
She might like it.
I think she might like it.
I don't know. It does still kind of feel like a stuffed man with a teddy bear head.
Yeah, that's the creepy
more than a
part.
man-sized teddy bear.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to buy it for yourself, we can send you the link.
Puffy Bear.
This is RadioU's Worst of the Riot.
And I noticed you have a Thanksgiving question that you wanted to raise. Yeah.
So my question is, what should be served at Thanksgiving but isn't served? If you could add one non-traditional item, maybe something that you think would fit with Thanksgiving, maybe just something that you think you really like that you would like to have there. What are you picking?
What complements turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing?
And there's like a vibe to Thanksgiving too. Like, you know what the vibe is. Like, what's going to fit there? You know, like, obviously no one's going to say like, I mean, I hope you wouldn't say like pizza or anything like that. Like, we're looking for like something that adds to it, but feels like it fits the day.
Okay.
Like, it wouldn't be like if someone walked in, they'd be like, oh, that's kind of odd, but I get it. Like, Thanksgiving, maybe. Yeah. It's not really traditional, but like it fits in with everything else at the table, you know?
Like, how about like to start the day, like as your appetizer?
Don't say what I'm going to say. If you steal my thing,
appetizer thing?
If you steal my thing, I'm going to be so upset, but say it.
All right, let's say it. Let's count down, say ours at the same time. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Pigs in a blanket.
All right, we're different.
Okay, we're different. We're different. I can respect chili. I'm not a chili fan. I think that for Thanksgiving, that would not be weird to have there, considering it's cold out. I think it makes sense.
Especially if everybody, like, you know, the crowd is slowly filtering into your place, and you got, what have you got? You've got a crock pot of chili. You know, you got that rolling, and it's like, all right, don't eat too much, though. I know it's good, but don't eat too much because, you know, we've got turkey coming and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be a good way to start, though, I think.
That would be a good way to start.
Some people go with like the crackers and cheese type board.
I love the crackers and cheese.
Always great.
The charcuterie board.
Those are great.
Oh, man.
Those are definitely great.
That's the best.
But you could pair that with some of the nice chili to whet your appetite. I think that'd be good. Now, make your argument for pigs in a blanket.
It just fits.
It just fits?
It fits because at least...
That feels like it's like a cheap thing.
It isn't, you know what? Maybe it is, but when you're starting yet again, it's an appetizer. People roll over to your house, and the thing for Thanksgiving is the food's never ready when you want it to be. At least for me and my family.
Yeah.
It's never like when you walk in, like it's never like you get to eat right away. There's always some downtime before. Somebody's showing up late. You're waiting for someone at the family Thanksgiving. And so everybody's sitting there hungry, and you don't want to eat without anybody. And so you're snacking on the charcuterie board. Maybe you've got some pigs and blankets there. Football's already on. It blends straight in with that. If you're doing a little NFL football with some pigs in a blanket, so just a nice little snack.
You're also throwing it as an appetizer.
It's an appetizer. It's not going to go on the plate.
You don't have the table spread out. Turkey, mashed potatoes,
pigs
stuffing,
in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket. Yeah, that would be crazy.
This is early on. This is when you make your actual Thanksgiving plate, you're not going to probably have the pigs in a blanket on there. You're probably not going to put the pigs in a blanket on a plate as is.
You're just going to pick them off in and pop it in your mouth.
Pop it in. It's
bite size?
Yeah, bite size for sure.
With the little tiny sausages, the little smokies.
Inside. And you know what? It keeps the people at the party that maybe were a little bit anxious. Maybe they're a little bit hungry, and they're starting to get kind of riled up. You know, we've got an aunt and uncle running late. Your one cousin hasn't showed up yet. People are starting to get kind of antsy for the food.
We got to go around the whole table and say what we're thankful for.
Exactly.
So.
You got a long way to go before we're touching that turkey. You might want to toss a couple of those in.
And you skipped breakfast because you know you got a big meal coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and that cheese and crackers is good. I like it. I'm never going to be against it, but it's not going to fill you up like pigs in a blanket.
Doesn't fill you up quite enough.
It's going to hold you over just enough, I think.
Yeah, okay. I can see where you're getting at. All right, well, I'm seeing a few good text messages coming in. So if you've got a good one, what is a non-traditional Thanksgiving dish you'd like to add into the Thanksgiving spread? 8772 RadioU, and we'll get to those next.
This is The Riot. RadioU.
You got Thanksgiving coming up. What is one non-traditional Thanksgiving dish you'd like to add into the spread? Isaiah and I both went with the focus of something that would be more of an appetizer, something to hold you over until the full-on Thanksgiving meal is prepared and everybody's seated and ready to go. So we're talking, Isaiah, you said pigs in a blanket?
Yes, that's my appetizer of choice.
I said chili.
Yes, you did.
I love a good thing of chili. I think that goes great on any day.
Because it's hard to add to the actual meal without it being weird.
Everything on the meal, like you've got all the bases covered. You've got like protein, you've got carbs, you've got vegetable. I mean, all of that is typically covered.
But people are attempting to do it, and I don't disagree with some of these.
Let's hear some of these. Actually, wait, I got a good one real quick. Cherry fluff.
Cherry fluff.
Yeah.
You talk about something you need at Thanksgiving. That's what you need.
Non-traditional.
Look it up. If you need the recipe, you don't ask me, you ask my mom.
All right. What do we got here in the text? I see that Justin has texted in baked macaroni and cheese.
Is that non-traditional?
I thought that was pretty true. I mean, I don't think it's not a core Thanksgiving. You know, it's not turkey. It's not mashed potatoes. It's not stuffing.
True.
It's not sweet potato casserole, but it's pretty synonymous,
it's
right?
there.
I bet you more than 50% of households include the baked mac and cheese. But
you know what? I agree with your vote.
Good suggestion, nevertheless.
I agree with your vote.
What else do we got? We've got sauerkraut balls, broccoli cheese casserole, and shrimp cocktail. That's all from the same person.
Shrimp cocktail. That is fire.
So do you have that at your Thanksgiving spread?
I'm not sure if it's there or not, but if it was there, I would not be surprised because my family is a big shrimp cocktail fam. And so if my mom brought that, I would not be surprised.
All right. So what about sauerkraut balls?
Sauerkraut balls.
It's very German.
Yeah, it's not so much.
I've had those. They're actually pretty good. And I don't really like sauerkraut, but sauerkraut balls, you know what they are? It's like deep fried sauerkraut.
Sounds interesting.
You deep fry it, you put it with the right sauce, boom, you're good. Broccoli cheese casserole, it's a no from me. All right. Well.
How about Cara?
What does she say?
She said, I think turkey wings cooked like chicken wings with some available sauces.
Like as a substitute for turkey.
Maybe like even like a side. Maybe like a side. You have like the regular turkey.
Turkey with a side of turkey.
You got the regular turkey, and maybe, you know what? Let's be honest. Everybody knows regular turkey kind of overrated.
Oh, yeah.
You'd rather have maybe some turkey wings cooked with maybe a little buffalo sauce. You dip that in there. The kids would love it too.
Yeah,
I mean, me as a big
crowd pleaser.
As a big child, I would love it. I would probably prefer it.
It's not that crazy because there's already been talk in my family of apparently 2 turkeys have already been purchased.
Oh, really?
So you just get 2 turkeys, you prepare them different ways. Why can't one of the ways be turkey wings?
You know, frying them up a little bit.
Yeah. How about Levi, who says spinach artichoke dip?
We have 2 votes for spinach artichoke dip.
2. You want to add that to the mix?
Kaylee also said spinach artichoke dip. And then she said all the usuals, but add crab legs for the main dish.
Oh, I like crab legs.
Fancy.
See, I think it is a little regional in some places that you'll have more like seafood involved, I think, for Thanksgiving. So putting crab legs, putting lobster involved in some way, that's not something I'm going to complain about. Like a lobster, even a lobster bisque, again,
a nice bisque.
Like lead into the meal.
Fancy.
I'm always good with that. So we're getting some good stuff here. We're getting some good options.
Yeah, some good stuff here. I like spinach artichoke dip. Not terrible. Brittany says sauerkraut balls are also grand. And then Adam says, I don't quite know what to add, but I have been to Thanksgivings with no brown gravy, which I find unacceptable.
Well, you need to have brown gravy.
If there's no brown gravy, I'm upset.
Yeah.
I've picked the wrong location for Thanksgiving.
I've had a few run-ins recently with different family where they're like, we didn't like gravy. What are you talking about? And I'm like, well, I'm going to buy a can of the Heinz.
Gravy, what are you talking about? What?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
It's Thanksgiving.
It's the most important. I would argue gravy is the most important part of Thanksgiving.
It's an important part.
It covers everything.
You put it on
plate.
top.
Yeah, I put it on my head. I put it on myself is how much I want it.
Yeah,
so,
the brown gravy, that's a must.
Yeah, but what we're finding here is for Thanksgiving, open to experimentation.
Whatever you want.
Add other stuff in.
No one's going to be upset if you bring more food.
Feel free. If nothing else, you just have it as leftovers and you eat those not on Thanksgiving and everybody's fine with that.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
You found a story here.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is going on?
You never heard of Indonesia's PlayBoy King?
I don't think I have.
I hadn't either till this morning. But it turns out he has a big thing coming up here. He's being married for the 88th time.
You said 88.
88th time.
88 times he's been married.
This is his 88th time, yes. But not to 88 different women.
Okay.
46 different women. So he circled back to almost every single one twice, it sounds like. Maybe maybe a couple 3 times.
Maybe, and some only once.
And some only once. He's 61 years old, married 80. This is his 88th time being married.
And what's the longest that one has lasted?
That's a good question.
Okay.
He first got married at the age of 14.
Okay.
Marriage only lasted 2 years.
88 times in like a little over 45 years, basically.
Yeah.
He's getting married like twice a year.
That's unreal.
How is he planning all of these weddings?
Well, maybe over there, what I'm thinking is maybe he's allowed, he's like a more than one wife kind of guy. Could it be that?
Well, then why are you getting like divorced and remarried? So
They don't
I don't
ask
know.
me,
Like,
dude. I don't know.
Here's what I really want to know is what is this guy putting out there that is getting these women
You see the picture of him?
to go and then come back again?
Longest marriage lasted 14 years.
14, that's not bad. A lot of people wish that they made it that long.
Many other of his marriages were much shorter, some just a month or two.
Oh.
And one just a week.
You know what though? We've seen other stories of folks like this, and usually their shortest marriage is a lot shorter. Like it's one night. It's like a Vegas vacation type deal. But this guy, maybe he's at least putting some effort into it, is he? I don't know. He's calling himself the Playboy King, so I guess probably not.
Is that self-proclaimed? Maybe they're calling him that.
But I still don't understand what is he putting out there that is getting these women in the first place and then getting them to reconsider a second time over.
See, that's what I don't get.
Because I'm looking at his picture, and sorry to Indonesia's Playboy King, but he's not much to look at this point. At
He's
61.
not, yeah. He's not the best-looking guy.
I mean, I've seen worse people. But he's definitely not. It's not his looks that are a tractor beam pulling women in.
It says.
It also doesn't seem that it says he's a rice farmer.
That's what I was going to say. He doesn't really seem like he's like Mr. Moneybags.
No, that's not. So what is it? He must have a great personality.
He must be hilarious.
He has to be the funniest guy,
He's
right?
got to be the most fun time ever.
He's like the Pete Davidson of Indonesia.
Yeah.
That's what he should call himself.
It says he had 2 or more wives at the same time a couple times in his life.
But not typical. That's not typical,
But I don't think it's typical, though, which is wild.
What a pace to be on.
The person that he's getting married to next for his 88th time was he was previously married, was his 86th wife.
Okay.
Their previous marriage lasted 4 months, and apparently the woman could not get over him. And he just couldn't say no to her advances either.
He just couldn't give it up, huh?
So now they
can't quit you.
Trying
Indonesia's
to work
Playboy
it back
King.
out. That's wild. 88 times.
Well, I bet you this is gonna be the one.
You think so?
I think this is happily ever after.
I think he's definitely shooting for 100.
Yeah,
he has to be.
At this point.
I mean, at this point, you got to reach 100.
More? What's another 12 more?
Yes, I mean, you're 61 years old. At this rate, he has plenty of time.
Yeah.
The way that he's doing it, I guess. A month or two marriages. But you have to also think, getting married is like expensive. To have a wedding, there's no way that he's having large celebrations every time.
No,
It's got to be like backyard weddings.
Again, there's not enough time to plan and stuff even for all these things. So, I don't know. It just sounds exhausting. That sounds like an exhausting life to live. Anybody who's had one marriage probably knows. Like, that's a lot.
Well, not everybody can be the Playboy King of Indonesia.
Yeah, that's right. He's just, you know what? He's built different.
He is built different.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
Isaiah, you're a big Ohio guy.
I am, yes.
You ready for some more Ohio content for the show today?
Let's hear it.
Being from Ohio, are you familiar with the Ohio Grassman?
One of my close friends.
Is he?
Of course.
I'm not talking about your drug dealer. I'm talking about the Ohio Grassman. You know, the Sasquatch of Ohio, basically.
I've never even heard of that, to be honest with you.
You haven't?
I've never heard of the Ohio Grassman.
Are you really an Ohioan or not?
I would say I'm pretty Ohio.
All right. Well, if you want to fully immerse yourself in Ohio, you need to go hunting for the Ohio Grassman. He's been spotted. The Ohio Grassman is basically Ohio's version of Bigfoot. He lurks in, it looks like eastern Ohio primarily, and he's been spotted in a tiny town called Minerva, Ohio. We have footage here if you'd like to scroll down and take a look.
Let's see
try
the
to
video.
Explain this to me. Try to explain what you're seeing and tell me that's not the Ohio Grassman.
Okay, it looks like from the video I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, it's 9 feet. It's a 9 foot tall Bigfoot creature. And according to the guy who caught that footage, whose name is Nathan Gray, he moves like lightning.
He looked like he was moving pretty slow to me.
But he started off moving slow, and then I think he noticed that he had been spotted.
And then he ran.
And so he picked up the pace and started moving like lightning.
It looks kind of like a gorilla to me.
It does, but there's no gorillas in Ohio, is there?
Yeah, it looks like kind of like a gorilla costume to me.
It's pretty tall to be a gorilla and pretty like upright. Usually gorillas are hunched over. They run on all fours.
Yeah, the way it's walking just looks kind of odd.
It's like a human way to walk. In other words, like a Bigfoot, Sasquatch way to walk.
But like, I don't really understand the whole Ohio grassman, Bigfoot, whatever thing it is.
Why do you say that?
Like, I just don't understand what, like, it can't be real. I don't believe it.
Why not? You're seeing it on video right there. You just saw the grass man.
But it's so hard to believe anything you see online anymore. Like, people do so much for views that it would not surprise me if somebody bought like a gorilla costume, took a grainy video from kind of far away, and said, oh, it's the Ohio grass man.
Yeah, but this guy, Nathan Gray, he says it takes a lot of hours to get a few minutes of footage that he just got.
Oh, is he some sort of grass man hunter?
Yeah, he's been looking for the grass man.
So this is his main thing.
So he could have faked it a long time ago if he wanted to, but he didn't. He finally found it. The fruits of his efforts have finally come to bear, and he's finally spotted the grass man, and now we can all put the rumors to bed. It's true. The Ohio grass man exists, and he's near Minerva, Ohio, in the northeast portion of the state.
Yeah, I just don't believe it, unfortunately, Nathan. I'm having trouble believing your story. I don't think that the footage is real.
Are there any mythical creatures you believe in? Loch Ness?
No, not the Loch Ness.
Kraken?
The Kraken, no.
Mermaids?
Mermaids are a maybe for me.
That's where you
Mermaids more realistic for me.
What about the Mothman?
No, the Mothman, not real.
The Jersey Devil?
Not familiar with the Jersey Devil.
The Chupacabra?
More believable.
You think that's believable?
I
don't
think it's
understand
more
your thought
believable.
process of which ones are believable or not.
Based mainly off of Scooby-Doo episodes and Netflix
so
documentaries.
Mothman never made it into a
Scooby-Doo, no, but the Chupacabra did.
The Chupacabra did.
Very good episode.
But was the Chupacabra just a guy with a mask on?
It ended up being yes.
So, but that makes it easier. That for some reason moves it into the
possibly category.
The believable, potentially real realm for you.
It makes it more believable.
Come on. I want to believe. I want to believe in the grass man.
I don't have any faith.
I think we should go hunting this weekend.
You'll find him?
Grass man hunting.
The Riot Radio U.
Let me give you an update on what's going on in my world right now. My parents just moved to town. They've moved in for the first time to the Radio U listening area. My dad got a new job not too far from the station here. And so they literally came into town this weekend. They're staying in a hotel for now, looking for a place to crash. It's not going to be my house, but they're looking for a place to crash.
Son.
Yeah, right. And so with them being at a hotel, you start to notice like weird things at the hotel that like when you're moving for the first time in a long time. But one of the things they've complained about in the hotel, it's a very nice hotel. Would you ever go to one of those that are like nicer and fancier and the shower's all fancy?
Yes.
And it has it has a sliding door or something, but it's like see-through. So it's like, what's even the point?
Like a glass door.
A glass sliding door, but it's like not even smoked or, fogged or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then there's no shelves in the shower.
Okay.
How do you cope with that?
So is there like a place for shampoo?
Well, they have the pumps. The pumps
are in there.
But that doesn't mean that, you have those 3 pumps, the shower, the shampoo, conditioner, soap. But you have other things you put in the shower, don't you?
Not for me.
You don't ever brush your teeth in the shower?
Not usually.
You don't multitask in the shower?
Not usually.
You don't drink anything in the shower?
Definitely no.
You don't shave in the shower?
Not for me.
Why not? It's efficient.
I never shave my face in general.
Yeah, I guess you don't, do you?
I have a beard.
This is shave November.
Therefore, I don't really shave it.
You don't shave your legs?
Not with the razor.
Wait, where do you shave your arms, though?
I usually shave those. I do that in the shower. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right.
I shave that in the shower.
Exactly. So, but not if you stayed at this hotel my parents are at.
Yeah, I mean, but you can just take stuff in there with you.
Yeah, but You're not going to hold it the whole time.
You gotta just toss it out during.
Why would they not have at least one shelf in the
You'd
shower?
think that they would. I agree.
And think about this. This is what my mom was complaining about. It's a shower. It's not a tub. You got to shave your legs. Where do you put, like, you got to bend over?
Oh, you don't have something to rest your foot
full
on.
bend over for the shaving of your legs? That doesn't sound great. Already, you're missing a few spots anyways. And now you're putting in an even more uncomfortable position of having to, like, do it fold yourself over.
To completely get down to your ankle and whatnot.
Yeah. Here's what I told her. I said, sit down on the shower floor.
Yeah, for sure.
You ever sit down in the shower?
Only when I'm really sad or really sick.
See,
only time.
This is what I told her that. She says, why would I sit down in the shower? Well, for her, she's like, I don't think I could get up if I sat down in the shower. Fair enough. But then we were talking about it more. I said, I sit down in the shower all the time. She said, like, that we're talking, and everybody else is like, why would you sit down on the shower floor? You have a problem with that? You have a problem with that?
I mean, I guess if you're in a hotel, like, yeah, you might feel a little bit more gross about it.
Yeah,
in
you
my
don't
house,
know who else has sat down on that floor.
Yeah, in my house, my
everything
bath.
hanging out.
Yeah, it's not exactly as appealing as it is at my place when I'm real sick or if I'm feeling real down bad. And I've got that water just burning hot. And I just sit down.
So you don't routinely sit down in the shower?
No, it's got to be like a worst case scenario. Yet again, either real sad or real sick. But when I do, it's like just plop down on the floor of my shower. I usually have like hands and face, just sitting there real sad like.
Okay. So if your roommate ever walks in on you like that, he knows.
Just know that.
Should he leave you alone or should he be like, hey, it's going to be okay?
Leave me alone.
Leave you alone.
Well, for sure, leave me alone. I probably have like the flu or something. You probably don't even want to come close.
Yeah, you're contagious.
Yeah, I have to be if I'm doing that.
See, for me, I just sit down in the shower.
See, that's kind of odd.
All the time. It feels good though. I just want to sit. I would live sitting in the shower. Why don't you
just get a little seat in there?
Yeah, I know, right? I should.
You should get a seat.
That's usually for people who
have trouble like leaning on things.
Aren't very as mobile. Yeah. For me, it's just by choice. I would just get one of those, and they'd be like, "What, did you suffer an injury or something?
No.
We're installing this thing." No, I just like sitting in the shower.
I prefer sitting.
This is how I like it.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
We're talking about showers and your behavior when you hop in the shower. And for some of us, including me, you hop in the shower and you plop right down and sit and just enjoy that for a few minutes.
Similar to a bath.
Well, yes, I can see that.
It's similar.
See why some people would say that. But the thing is with the bath, one, the water temperature is subject to change, right?
Yeah, you got to keep it hot.
You run a warm bath, but it doesn't stay warm for long, right?
Yeah.
And also, then you're just sitting there in your own kind of whatever is coming off of your body.
Filth.
Yeah. Urine. And then when... No,
what did you just say?
I'm just kidding. But then with a shower, it's a constant stream of water at the temperature you prefer.
And you got to turn it up, too.
It's getting refreshed. Yeah, well, when you're sitting down on the ground...
You're farther away.
It has more time to cool down on its way down. So
it legitimately does.
And then when you stand up, you got to turn it...
It's hot.
You got to turn the cool water back.
You got to always have it a little warmer than you think you want.
Yeah.
By the time you sit down.
We're getting some texts here where Ian agrees with me. Ian is he says, yes, I'm totally a shower sitter. So I'm not alone here. And Isaiah does it too. He just only does it in certain instances.
Yeah.
I do it almost every time unless...
No, you do not.
Almost every time unless I'm in a rush. If I'm in a rush, if I'm in a hurry.
You shower in the mornings or are you a morning shower guy?
No, I shower in the evening.
Evening.
So I do. I allow myself time. I have to... If I showered in the morning, I have to wake up early enough to sit in the shower.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's another 5 minutes I'd have to add.
You probably fall back asleep, clearly.
Yeah, exactly. It's another good point. But then we did gloss over something that Chris could not let go.
Chris couldn't let it go.
Chris says, whoa, hold on. Shave your arms? What is the rationale for you to shave your arms aside from swimming? Which, Isaiah, you're not a swimmer.
I'm not a very good swimmer at all.
Okay. So why do you shave your arms? Tell the world and Chris.
Aerodynamics mainly. Speed. Precision.
doesn't even make sense. You're always wearing a hoodie. You're always wearing stuff
Agility.
that covers your arms.
No, it's just something that
I can't
people
remember
do.
the last time I saw your bare arms.
Yeah, it's because it's always cold in here.
Yeah,
So
it
I've always
is.
got a long sleeve on. For me, it's just an aesthetic look.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to make you look better when you go to the gym and whatnot.
Okay.
And so it's like something a lot of bodybuilders do. And so
You
if you
consider
look at
yourself
me,
a bodybuilder?
if you look at me, clearly you can tell that I would fit into that group
Yeah, that's
of precision
that's the
upper
first
scale
step.
athletes.
They say shave for the job you want, not the job you have.
Precisely.
So you're shaving your arm.
Precisely.
Now,
It looks better too.
Do you shave all the way up into the armpit region?
No, I don't shave my armpits.
Why
What's
not?
wrong with me?
Why
what?
not?
There's no way I'm shaving my armpits. You know
If
how
I was
itchy
going to
that'd be?
shave an area that I don't shave,
Irritating.
I think it would be armpits.
See, but you got to think you're not going to shave it every day. We're all too lazy for that.
Yeah, that's true.
And so what's going to happen? It's going to be prickly in there,
Uh-oh.
and then it's rubbing,
Uh-huh.
and it's not going to feel good.
I think, but the flip side is, what purpose does your armpit hair serve? That's why.
Softness.
What do you
Maybe
mean
so
softness?
maybe so you're not
I think
rubbing
it
in
makes
there.
it stinkier down there.
But I feel like maybe it keeps from like it actually rubbing.
What you think it's keeps from
Irritability,
yeah.
maybe. With the soft hair in there, your armpit hair, very soft.
I don't know. I guess I should try it, right?
Yeah, I think you should.
You
I
think
would
I should
love
and
for you to
see?
do that.
I mean, or if any people, like ladies particularly, obviously they shave their arms all the time, but if they want to chime in and give us
On the whole armpit hair thing?
yeah, give us an explanation of why. Like, is it better? Like, have
I
you
don't
tried
think it
both ways?
can be.
Anybody who's tried both ways, I guess. You need
Oh,
to
have you
have
tried
had
both ways?
fully grown out, and you need to have had completely shaved for some period of time. And which is better?
It
Which
has to
did you wind
be.
up sticking with?
I think for a man, I just can't imagine it growing back in. I feel like it'd be so itchy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Itchy,
They'd be
irritable.
constantly rubbing against your.
Rubbing, like
It'd
you
be
think
like
about your
sandpaper
arms
in there.
when you're walking around. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
a constant thing.
All right, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't serve a purpose though. Like if you could just wax it out, that might be good, right?
See, I think you should do it. I think you should also
Nair it?
shave.
Should I put Nair
Ooh.
in my armpits?
Ooh, I don't know.
We got to drop this.
It might burn a little.
Let's move along.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.